What's up, everybody? Yeah, excuse me, y'all. I'm about to be taking off the last few days. Now, headed back to work for a day or two, and then I'm gonna be headed back home for a few days. My baby girl was born on October 2nd. So just getting adjusted in the home and everything. Excited. See, that's kind of one thing. I'm glad I've been on this journey, financially, because having a newborn child is like, I don't know, it just triggers something in me. It's just like it makes me feel like, hold up, I lost connection. I don't know what happened right there. Yeah, I lost connection, my bad. So anyways, I think it was disconnected from Wi-Fi or something. But anyways, having a newborn child, it feels like, for me, it makes me want to grind harder. You know what I'm saying? But, life is all about balance. So if I grind harder, that means that I'm not making the memories or or spending the time that I need to with my kids. You know what I'm saying? So my kids and family, which ultimately come first. Like, they're gonna remember me by how I interact with them and what memories I make with them versus what I leave them. Because a lot of kids get an inheritance and it's gone. I mean, I'll tell you right now, when I did juvenile probation, I had a youth receive $250,000 in inheritance when he turned 18 from his grandfather. Kid moved out of state. I was seeing this whole thing with on Snapchat, like, oh yeah, such posting pictures with diamond chains and necklaces and with iced out medallions. So iced out, that means like diamonds and stuff. That's an old slang term. I don't know what they call it now. But anyways, and then we was hearing of some of the other kids we worked with going down there partying and everything, and stuff. And so it was like a pretty, you just like, okay, this kid got some money. Long story short, kid blew through it. I try to get him on my podcast, on the show, just to share what he learned from that experience, but he didn't want to come on. He didn't want to talk about it, so, which is understandable. And one friend told me that, yeah, well, they probably don't want to talk about it because they haven't bounced back fully. If you came back with a win after that, hey, you succeeded and blah blah blah, then you may want to share that story. But if you haven't, it's probably something that you want to forget about. So anyways, yeah, so making memories with my kids is very important, as well as leaving wealth. So that's some life knowledge, wisdom that I can share with y'all. So anyways, the title of this video is more market turmoil coming? I believe so. The midterm elections is coming up, and pretty much, I don't know if y'all seen this, but I was talking to my friend, JT Coin Rings, and we were talking about the price of oil and gas, because it shot up $1 almost overnight, at least 60 cents, 70 cents. So where I get my gas, I was getting it at Costco, actually. It was $3.99. Then it pops up to what you call it, 470, 465, 470. And then now I go by there, it's pretty much at $5, a little over $5. And I'm like, what happened overnight for that to just shoot up that fast? And I pay attention to the prices. Like, I actually look at them almost every day I drive by them. And so, just thinking of that, I'm like, something like this is a structural issue, because if supply was really overflowing and abundant, I don't believe that would have happened. Supply and demand. But I don't know if they stopped the releasing from the SPR or what. I don't know if y'all are seeing an increase in gasoline prices, but for some reason in my area, it shot up overnight, within the week for a little over $1. So now it's back to $5 or something. So appreciate you, Vic. Appreciate you, man. I don't know if y'all seeing the increase in gas prices like that, but it definitely shot up where I'm at fast. I know that the White House is planning to stop releasing from the SPR soon, so maybe they stopped or cut down, and then the price shot up like that. I don't know. I haven't researched too much. So that's one factor. And the price of oil, it went from $79, now it's back at like $86. So it's staying elevated for sure. Which I actually bought some more energy stocks when it took that dip again, because I'm just very bullish on energy. Just looking at things, I'm just like, yeah, this is a necessity, and we're not bringing a whole lot of supply online. So I just think that it's going to get worse. You have the whole situation with Germany, and we're heading into the fall, winter. It's going to be freezing. You had an explosion with the Nord Stream pipeline. I ain't even looked much into that. I should have updated y'all on that, but I've been busy, with the family and stuff. But yeah, like that stuff, stuff like that is scary, and I think that it's gonna contribute to the price of energy. So what is the Fed doing? So right now we had some news that the Bank of England pivoted. They started raising rates, and then they started having issues with their bond market. I think it was their pension funds, and the pension funds, like they pretty much invest in bonds, get a percentage back, so that they can pay people out monthly or whatever. So you get a check every month from your pension after you've used all of what you've put in. So usually the state or the government will match you, and then you get a dividend on that pension as well. So anyways, apparently the Bank of England, they ended up having to pretty much bail out the pension system because the bonds were getting killed, and they weren't really able to pay out the dividend, and so I think they were I don't know if they were at a negative or what, but I was just listening to Peter Schiff talk about it, and it's crazy. So they came out very hawkish the next day. They came out and they pivoted. Pretty much they had to start quantitative easing again. So I think that that's going to happen into the United States as well. I think that the Fed is going to have to pivot and start printing money again. And that's going to increase inflation. Luke Groman's even talking about seeing double-digit inflation next year. So those are some of the things that I believe are going to happen. So I think that we're going to see more market turmoil, especially as inflation impacts the earnings of tech companies. So if you're a company that actually produces something, not saying tech companies don't produce, but if you're a company that produces something along the lines of energy or some type of goods, You know, I think that those companies would do a lot better. For example, SWK. I think it's Decker, and I think it's Black Decker or something like that. But anyways, I should know the names of the companies I invest in, but sometimes stuff just disappears from my mind. But anyways, they produce actual tools that the energy companies use um, for their drilling and all of that type of stuff. So things like that are going to produce an income, because as energy goes higher and as more investment comes into the space, they're going to have to have tools. They're going to have to build new infrastructure, new pipelines, all those types of things. So companies like that, I think, will prosper. Companies that produce things that are just like a luxury, for example, a lot of the growth names like Netflix and stuff like that. I mean, you're seeing Netflix have a lot of competition and stuff. So I think those companies are going to suffer. So that's kind of my take on it. So I think that more market turmoil is coming, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. If you watch this video, this live, I'm actually just running a couple errands and wanted to tap in with you all because I know it's been a while, but I'm still here. I'm not going to quit the channel, okay? I'm just trying to get some things in life in order. So hopefully within the next couple weeks, I'll be back with interviews and videos so that we can connect. All right, y'all take it easy. Peace.